Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. My name is Raffi Nabila. I want to present about the market structure in oligopoly, specific in CPO industry. In this presentation, I will be discussing one of the important market structure in economics known as oligopoly. This topic is particularly interesting because it reflects many real-world industries that we encounter in our daily lives, even if we don't always realize it. In this chance, I will divide into 7 steps. In step one, fundamental theory. Step two, in market identification. Step three, in demand and supply. Step four, elasticity. Step five, firm behavior. Step six, welfare analysis. Step seven, in conclusion. In step one, uh, in this step, we will discuss about objective, definition, and characteristic. This objective about the oligopoly, we want to present up to apply microeconomic theory to examine the oligopolistic structure of Indonesian's palm oil industry and assess what implication for firm behavior, pricing, and economics welfare. Uh, in oligopoly itself, the definition is a market structure characteristic by a small number of large firms that dominate the market, where each firm's decision affect and are affected by the action of other firms. And the oligopoly have some characteristics. The first, few dominant firms. The second, strategic interdependence. The next, high barriers to entry, market power, potential for collusion, and the last, pricing rigidly. We have some market structure form, perfect competition, monopolistic competition, oligopoly, and monopoly. The number of firm uh, for perfect competition, number of firmnya is many, monopolistic competition many, oligopoly few, monopoly one. The product of type hegemonous, differences, hegemonous or differentiate. Monopoly is unique. Price control, price in perfect competition, price taker. Monopolistic is limit. Oligopoly considerable. Monopoly is high. What the characteristics about the entry barriers? Perfect competition is low. Monopolistic is low. Oligopoly high. Monopoly is very high. Expect long run profit. Perfect competition is zero. Monopolistic competition is zero. Oligopoly possible. Monopoly is persistent. We move to step 2. Market definition. The relevant market is the Indonesian crude palm oil, is CPO, and refined palm oil market, where a limit number of large, vertically integrated firms supply domestic and international buyers within a globally competitive vegetable oil industry. So, in this step, we must to discuss about the product, buyer, sales, and geographic scope. The structure of industry, it divide into three parts. The first is plantation or upstream. The second is milling and refining, midstream, and distribution and export downstream. Barriers to entry. high capital requirement, land ownership contains, environmental and regulatory licensing, access to export network, and so we move to level of competition. Uh, Competitive at smallholder level, many farmers, oligopolistic at processing and export level, strategic behavior among large time. So in this industry, we know it's many farmers in smallholders. So we sell the FFB, French fruit bunch, or TBS, into who have the factory to processing the FFB itself. So where the oligopoly is, plantation upstream, thousands of small farmers, relatively competitive structure. Farmers are mostly price takers. In the milling and refining in midstream, a limited number of large milling and refining firms, high capital requirement, economics of scale. In this downstream, a few large conglomerates dominate exports, control of global distribution network, vertical integration strengthens market power. Why oligopolies here? High barriers to entry, infrastructure controls, refiners, ports, and logistics, access to international buyers, and lots of capital investment. So we move to step 3, demand for CPO. Demand for CPO refers to the quantity of crude palm oil buyers are waiting or are willing and able to purchase at various price levels. And this have factors affecting demand. The first, global income growth, biodiesel policy, price of substitutes, government policy, and expectation about global price. Elasticity of demand. Short run, such as relatively inelastic industrial necessity. Long run, more elastic substitution possible. Important insight in this demand for CPO is global trade, energy policy, and vegetable oil market competition. So in this industry, we have uh, uh, competition into subsidiaries between CPO or vegetable oil, the others. Supply of CPO. Supply of CPO refers to the quantity of palm oil producers are willing and able to sell at different price levels. Factors affecting supply: land availability, input cost, weather and productivity, technology and plantation efficiency, government regulation. Short run versus long run. The short run, we conclude the supply relatively inelastic. Trees need years to grow, among 3 years, and more elastic new plantation can be developed. And this supply of CPO have important insight. It is many small farmers produce CPO, but processing and export controlled by few large firms and create oligopolistic power downstream. The connection to oligopoly: demand influenced by global substitution, supply constrained by land and regulation, concentration at processing level affects effective market outcome. Price elasticity. Price elasticity of demand measures how response quantity demand is to change in a price. And the formula is a percentage about the change of productivity and divided to percentage change of quantity. Why CPO demand can be inelastic, used in essential goods, food, cooking oil, and other, and biodiesel blending mandates limit short-term replacement. In the second, we have discussed implication of elasticity, implication for pricing power. If demand is elastic, firms can increase price, total revenue increase. If demand is elastic, price increase reduce to total revenue. Oligopolistic firms benefit more when demand is elastic. And the last, implication for revenue. Inelastic demand, price increase, that implication revenue increase. But the elastic demand, price increase, revenue decline. Government policies, DMO and export ban. If demand is elastic, price control reduce producer surplus. If supply inelastic, export restriction cause domestic price distribution. Because CPU demand is relatively inelastic in the short run, we have the key insight. A large firm may sustain higher price. Government intervention significantly affects market outcome. Oligopoly strength pricing influence. So we move into step 5. Cost structure in this uh, in this uh, in this step, cost structure divide in fixed costs, variable costs, and cost characteristic in palm oil industry, profit maximization, strategic interaction, and the key insight for palm oil industry, large vertically integrated firms, high fixed costs implicated to incentive to maintain stable price, and strategic coordinatory may occur or happen implicitly. Step 6. Consumer surplus. Consumer surplus is the difference between what consumers are willing to pay and what they actually pay. In oligopoly, price is marginal cost, consumer surplus decrease. Producer surplus. Producer surplus is the difference between the market price and the minimum price producers are willing to accept. In oligopoly, firms set higher price, producer surplus increase. Welfare comparison, perfect competition, maximum to total surplus, and efficient allocation. Oligopoly, higher price, lower output, redistribution from consumers to producer. Government intervention, DMO, export levy, temporary export ban, price ceiling for cooking oil, economic effects, price ceiling, export tax, export ban in the Indonesian palm oil industry. Step 7. Key finding, market structure, market power, demand and supply dynamic, elasticity implication, and welfare outcome. I want to bold the policy implication. Need for balanced regulation. In this in this bahasan, need for balanced regulation is prevent excessive market power, maintain industry competitiveness, small intervention policies such as export levy, DMO, price stabilization, trade-off. Government face a trade-off between efficiency, market pricing, equity, and growth. And conclusion, the Indonesian palm oil industry demonstrates a clear oligopoly structure at the processing and export levels, characteristic by high market concentration, vertical integration, and significant barriers to entry. While oligopoly enables economics of scale and global competitiveness, it may also lead to higher price and welfare distortion. Therefore, Efficiency policy must balance market efficiency, fair competition, and consumer protection. And the last one is long-term industry sustainability. Uh, that's our present. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.